Today we decided to pack up the car and go out on a journey looking for land. And of course we're bringing our trusted dog Dixie with us. We begin our journey in East Texas and plan to show you many cities throughout North America. Please subscribe to our channel. We could really use your support.
Hey, Paul Catroff, your favorite land seller. Here we are again. We always come back to what we love to do the most, which is to find great East Texas properties and bring them to you. You've seen all my videos where I go on about health and my great journey, but we also sell land. Never forget, we're primarily land sellers. Well, today we're going to look at a terrific property. We're going to look at a ½ acre of ground. It's located here in East Texas and relatively no restrictions. You can put an RV on, travel trailer, you can leave it, do what you want. And that's where the demand is. That's what everybody wants. So we're looking at a ½ acre today, approximately 0.52 square feet. An anatomical acre is 43,250 square feet, roughly. So this is about 22,000 square feet. The average building lot that you're going to find in the subdivision is around 6,000 to 8,000 square feet. So this is 3 times the amount of land. Big slab of land, rural subdivision, dirt roads, do what you want, as you want, great piece of property, bring your horses, your pigs, and your chickens. Well, maybe not the horses, but the pigs and the chickens, bring them, no problem. This is located in the Indian Springs subdivision. This will be selling at around 20 to 22,000 fair market value for a property like this. So it might be something you're interested in. Let's see what we have here. Okay. We're starting our research, sketch research. This is not in-depth research, folks. We get the basic sketch of the property. We want to know what the shape of it is and what the taxes are, and we want to see whether there's 1 or 2 owners on the deed so that we know what we're up against in the event that we do call them when we get there, which we normally don't, because I always boast and never call the customer when you're on the property. It makes you look desperate. However, we've already talked to the customer on this property. We made contact already briefly, so they know we're interested in the property. So this is located in Polk County. And let me see, here's the lake. So it's going to be right here. That's approximately 21 miles from the lake. Okay, and right at the end, the subdivision entrance is a Dollar General, right at the entrance. So you have the basic things you need. You don't have to go into town. That's really nice. So, you got your information together, young lady?
I've got it together.
Yes, and there's my commander-in-chief right there. Oh, so pretty. I love that girl. I love her. Anyway, we're getting ready to go on a great adventure. Stay tuned. Well, we're off on another adventure. And as you can see, I've got my lucky t-shirt on. Yes, whenever I wear a t-shirt like this, we find the ultimate score in land. It's almost a guarantee. And if you're wondering where I got this shirt from, Temu! Some Chinese people gave me a shirt for $6 and I love it. You know, it's the same shirt you'll buy at Walmart now. Go figure, huh? Anyway, wait till we get to this property. I think you're going to like it. We're going to show you the subdivision and everything. Good luck and stay tuned. One thing I like about this property, you know, we've sold a lot of land in this property before. We sold a lot of land in this property. We sold a lot of land in this subdivision over the last 23 years. So we know the subdivision really well. It's a hot seller, very rural. But the fact that they stuck that brand new Dollar General, I mean, right at the entrance.
That helps.
Yeah, I mean, you can literally do your shopping. And then there's another Dollar General or another dollar store right at the entrance across the street. So there's actually 2 to choose from. So you don't have to drive 10 miles into town. And of course, there's a gas station a few miles on the outside. It's got everything that you basically need. And of course, the subdivision has city water. It has electric, and they just installed super fast fiber optics internet in a rural subdivision. Because, you know, that's what everybody asks me about. Well, does it have internet? Does it have super fast internet? Does it have fiber optics? Does it have city water? Well, most of the subdivisions, they're gonna be loaded up with restrictions. Now, yeah, technically, there are restrictions, but there's restrictions in every country subdivision in East Texas. There's some set of restrictions. I think these restrictions were created in like 1972. right? But of course, nobody adheres to these restrictions because there's no money in the subdivision. So whenever you get these non-restricted subdivisions, there's no money. You're going to end up with dirt roads, but you get something money can't buy, which is freedom, right? The freedom to do what you want. And the people I know in there have goats and chickens and stuff like that, and nobody gets into each other's business. But I remember I read the restrictions once. I think they're late 60s, 72. It's funny, if you read the restrictions, it goes, no farm animals. Well, that's shot to hell over the last 50 years. Everybody's got them in there. But, you can put an RV in there. The POA fees are what? Like $50 a year?
Less than that.
Yeah, it's $50 a year per owner. So, somebody working out of their trailer basically collecting the dues. That oozes I can do whatever the heck I want there. And people have. We've sold what? 25, 30 lots in there? And nobody's ever given us a problem. Nobody has. But I think it's one of the better subdivisions to get into in East Texas if you really want that freedom. Everything's got to be developed. It's going to be wooded. But what's great about this property is that it's located close to the entrance, and that's what I go for the most. You know what I mean? That's what we go for the most.
Yeah. Location.
Yeah, that location, because when you get in that entrance, of course these dirt roads are going to break up as you get to the back, and you're going to get some lousy little sections. But at the front of all these subdivisions, nearly every one we go in is nice, and people are been there for a long time, and they maintain their properties. But anyway, so I'm pretty stoked about this. That's a half acre. That's a big slab of land. It's a good sized slab of land to be free on. I mean, you could do everything on a half acre. It's 21,000 square feet, 22,000 square feet. 25,000.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great slab of land. And to have 100 foot of frontage? 100 foot of frontage, that's perfect. Dimensions are perfect plat. It's got everything right there. All you have to do is clear the ground. Bring in some dirt, pad. You always got to do that. I tell that to everybody. You have to bring in dirt. You have to do a pad, because when you pull up fresh trees and fresh ground, that dirt is soft black dirt. Anything's going to sink. It's East Texas, and there won't be any flooding or anything like that on these properties. This is too far out from the lake, so pretty interesting. I'm pretty happy about this one. But you talked to the owner already. You made contact. Cool. Nice lady.
Yeah, real nice.
Cool. I think we'll make it. Wait. I think we're going to do well today. Anyway, guys, stay tuned. You're watching the land team in action. All right, we're on Highway 190. This property is located about 11 miles from where we are at. We're going right through downtown. So Highway 190 heads east and west Louisiana. It's a pretty good sized road. You can see that. So this is entering downtown Livingston. You got Chick-fil-A. You've got a Wendy's. You've got all the coronary heart disease and diabetes somebody could ask for, right? You have all the weight gain you could ever need. You have all the high blood pressure. And look to the left. Is that a Taco Bell? Yes, we have metabolic syndrome to the left. And we got possible cancer to the left in front of a Walmart. So there's Walmart in the background there. And we are cutting right through downtown Livingston. And in front of us is the overpass. There's a little car lot there. There's car wash. So in front of us, just beyond the red light, of course, you'll see the Golden Arches of Death right there. It's the Golden Arches of Death. Just keep consuming McDonald's, and all those pollutants will surely take you to the pearly gates sooner than you want. And of course, hold on a second, here is Walmart right there, guys. The significance of where we are located in downtown Livingston is right in front of us is the overpass for Highway 59. Okay, so that's the main road that heads north and south and takes you straight to the metropolis known as Houston, aka the sewer. Hey, look, the roads go like a toilet bowl. Everything goes in a circle. It's crazy. Madhouse. But the point is, if you're in Houston, you're going to pop out right here. Look, there's a medical center and there's an emergency room. You're going to pop out right here if you're in Houston. There's a Highway 59 overpass. If I wanted to head south, that's where I would go. But you're going to pop out on the other side of this light, and you're going to go in the direction we're going, which is east, exactly 11 miles from here. So if you're coming up from Houston, you have Lowe's and your grocery store right there. If you want to go to Lowe's, you want to get ripped off for meat, that's available too, and they just raised their prices. So they're very good at that, guys. And we're heading through downtown Livingston right now. It's a short downtown, approximately 2.5 miles.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, about 2.5 miles. There's another grocery store to the right. There's a little shopping center, Bales, Dollar General. We're entering what would be deemed the kind of sort of the historic district. To the left behind these buildings, you'll have some older houses from the 1800s. And what marks the center of every Texas downtown will be the courthouse, right? Mm-hmm. So, and then they have what's called Business 59, which blah, 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 blah. But the courthouse has been there since the beginning of time. And just like every city that I've been to, they all look pretty similar, which is pretty amazing. As we go through, as by the way, we're almost out of what we consider downtown. So it's a real small little district, I guess you could say. And there's a local title company coming up. I think we just passed the title company, which we've used. And to the right, you're going to have the courthouse. So the courthouse kind of marks the end of the downtown area, and they've been working on that. There's the courthouse. There she is. They're restoring that, and pretty neat,
If they ever get it done.
If they ever get it done. And over here's where you pay your property taxes in that building. So here, just past the courthouse, marks the end of Livingston. So we just drove through Livingston. We showed you Highway 59 pops out right in the center. You got a green light. Oh. And we have a fire somewhere. So anyway, from this point, we're pretty much entering into about 10 miles of wooded land and rural subdivisions, which is nice. It's 8 minutes. It's about 8 minutes to the subdivision. And this road they're expanding, which bodes well for the property values because the population's increasing. And if to the left, right before you get completely out of town, you're gonna have a gas station, whatever, so real easy access. And the electric company, Sam Houston, is right here. There is Sam Houston coming up on our left. So in about 10 miles, we are going to be hitting Indian Springs right off this same road. So you head north into Livingston, head east 10 miles, and boom, you're there. You're there for sure. So, nice little country drive too. Very beautiful drive.
Yep.
Very beautiful drive. You can see they're expanding the roads. So these are going to be 4 lanes on each side. Population getting big. And property values are shooting up because of it. And this road will go all the way to Louisiana.
I think so.
Yeah, I think all the way to Louisiana. But real nice country scenic drive for 8 miles. Very relaxing. Relaxing until you bottleneck, right? Nothing relaxing about traffic, but hey, it ain't Houston,
I have my Lucky Dog shirt on.
Our dog?
Yes.
I love dogs.
I will never be without a dog for the rest of my life.
Yep.
I was, I mean, seriously, I can't live without a dog. I cannot live without a dog. I have tried. When I was younger, my mom, I had a problem when I was younger. I was like 7 years old, and I was bringing stray dogs home all the time. My parents used to hate it because they would see me walking down the street with another dog seemingly every week. And I used to find notes every morning. There'd be a note on the door.
thank you so much. We found our lost dog, Rex. We've been lost without him. He now has a great home. And we gave him a warm dinner. Thank you for taking care of him for us. You know, I didn't realize my parents were writing the notes and they were taking the dogs to the pound. You know, I was taking the dogs to the pound, or they were. But I was bringing dogs home at a rapid rate. One day I brought a beagle home. It had a farting problem. The whole place reeked. I didn't care. I was like 9 years old. I named it, fell in love with it overnight. So of course there's another note on that door the next morning, and they took that dog to the pound. But I remember like about a month later, my mother nearly had a conniption because I brought home a massive dog, like 140-pound dog. And remember, that dog went up to my shoulders, and she nearly had a coronary watching me bring it home. It was like a husky, cross between a husky and a mastiff. I named him Killer. And she saw me grabbing him and kissing him on the face. And Killer disappeared. She never told me where she put Killer. And then one day, after that dog was gone, about a month later, she couldn't believe it. My mom couldn't believe it. I bring home a $2,000 pedigree Afghan that looked like it just got back from the grooming parlor. And I didn't know one dog from the other. I think it's like 10 years old. So I'm coming home with this beautiful black Afghan, just groomed, an Afghan. And my mom couldn't believe it. Well, they didn't take it to the pound. And I named the dog Abby. First night, I named it Abby. But when they put the ad out, the owners genuinely came 2 days later. The dog's name was Allie, which was kind of crazy. But I was crying when the owners showed up, and the owners gave me $5 and everything. But I was always bringing dogs home. And you know what you do when you're younger, it's steamrolls.
Yep.
Right? So as I got older, I found myself almost like one of those PTSD dogs. If I didn't have a dog around me, I was miserable all day long. So my parents would get a dog. Would always have to get a dog, right? So now that I'm 51, of course, my dogs are getting bigger. When our last dog died, remember I said to you, I go, we're not getting another dog. We're going to go travel the world. And then so what we basically did was jump in a truck and went on a camping trip. We didn't have a dog for about a week. We felt liberated. And in about a week, we're sitting in the Colorado mountains, and here comes a couple in front of us. And right behind them was a Labrador Retriever, going right over the mountain. And I remember I sat there, I looked at you, and I want another dog. I can't sit without another dog. And that was it. So I'm convinced I won't go a day without a dog. There's something about it. It's my favorite animal. Yep. There's something about it. Man's best friend. Anyway, we're coming up on the dollar store. Check this out. And here's the entrance to the subdivision. So, okay. Slow down. There's the new DG market, so not your typical dollar store. It's one of those DG markets, so they will have some fresh produce and meat. You also have, to the left, you have another dollar store right there, Family Dollar. And you even have a little store right there. Let's go check out DG Market. This is a good size. This isn't your typical dollar store. They've got fresh meat, they've got eggs, they got everything in there. And this is brand spanking new. Right outside little redneck subdivision. Pretty cool. It's got to be, just a couple years old?
Yeah.
Right at the entrance of this little country subdivision. Man, that is awesome. You could do basically all your shopping there. I know people that only shop there.
What? Maybe.
It's got everything you need to help you gain weight. You can easily slip into a sugar coma every night to get to sleep. You know, the whole deal. So anyway, that little convenience store is open. So here we are. We're at the entrance of Indian Springs. And just to show you that the property is going to be close to where we are at, this is really important. As we enter the entrance, to the right you have the community center, which is cute little country. All country. So there is a volunteer fire department in the red building to the right, and then there's the community center We don't hide anything on our videos, do we? Why not? This is a culture. There's a lot of poor people here, real nice people. Unfortunately, there used to be 2 horses right in front of us on this pasture. I guess they died and they never got more horses. That's a shame. That was a great addition right to the left of us. It has actually helped us sell a lot of properties. So we come into the entrance, cut a quick right, quick left. This road that we're on is in fact county maintained. It does wash out, but they come with the trucks and they bring the dirt. And we are almost at the property, isn't that true? That's how close we are to the entrance. That is amazing. That's pretty cool. Everything here, water, electric. Here's our dirt road. You can get down here with a regular car. A little bumpy in the beginning, but you're fine.
Okay, I need your map.
Okay. All right. I think it's right up on the right-hand side, right?
I need your map.
I think it's right there.
No, it's much further down.
One more. I just wanted to see what the mobile homes look like, so people get an idea what country is all about. Okay. This guy keeps the house pretty nice and clean. Kind of shocks you. You get a little trailer and you get a nice little country house and a trailer. You're going to get a trasher. Not a bad little house right there. His property's clean, brand new fence. Yeah, that's nice.
Super cute.
That looks nice.
I remember them building that one.
That's a little trasher. There we go. He's got 4 cars. That's not as bad as I've seen, but yeah, it's not exactly, it's not exactly Mar-a-Lago, is it? Okay. Still very drivable road. It gets a little compact, but
I think it's right here. I need your map.
Okay. All right. Let me stop here. Okay. It is exactly where we stopped our truck, which is great. I don't want to go past that house. The road just disappears right there. Very drivable, very doable. It starts right here. It starts right here, right about here, and works backwards, which is good. I don't want to get closer to this guy. Okay. That's an old abandoned house in the woods.
Yeah.
Okay. That's an old abandoned house. I'll try to get a gander of that. So it starts next to that abandoned house. It starts like right about here and works back. I don't want to get a camera on these people. People get a little ticked. If we just get just a slight gander if it's a trasher or not. Because this is the end of the road, so you're not past, this road just drops out. Okay. Gives you a little idea. Yeah, they're poor. They're not so much trashers. They're poor.
How do I turn around in here?
It's not bad. Yeah, you know what? I'd rather you just back up. I don't want to turn around in that little driveway. So that's the last road on this house. And they've got a transformer right there, which is cool. Okay, so we're going to back up. Okay, I stepped out on the road. I love the sound of a pack of dogs. I love it. They're going to shred me, I know it. I hate running to a car. All right, this is what we have. We just came down that dirt road. This road is fine to drive, guys. Fine to drive. They've got a basic car. That's the very end of the road. So you're not past that. This is great. Great country location, okay? You have a transformer right there. All right? I backed my truck in here. This property starts right about here and works back to that electric pole, which is nice. It doesn't go from here to there and butts up next to him. There's an old dilapidated house, which I think marks next door, and we're going to just walk on here. Nobody's going to live here. This is dilapidated. They're going to be here for years. And it's been here for years, as you can tell. They got an old boat on here. Yeah, this is just a trash property that's been here for years. So, you can see that it's just so overgrown. Normally, when people abandon these properties, it's usually because a tree falls through the house. Normally. I've seen it a million times. And they just don't have insurance. So, they abandon and flee it. Okay? So here's this abandoned house, completely covered up in the trees. It's just a trash river property. Can't see it. Nobody's going to ever populate it. So this lot that we're looking at starts right about here, works back. I'm more worried about being attacked by the dogs right now. That's nice, isn't it? I learned something in the land business. Never stray too far from the vehicle. I've been chased before. And thank God I run in the mornings. But the dogs are a lot quicker. They got 2 extra legs, you know what I mean? Anyway, let's see what we got. I'm going to walk out to the front and we're going to look at the land. Perfectly fine road, perfectly drivable. Just a short hop from the... Okay, so I parked in this... I parked my truck there. So I'm going to say this lot starts right about here. Goes all the way to that electric pole. It's a double lot. It's got to be about 100 feet. Okay? That's just a perfect location. I'm looking at this easement, and it's a high easement. There's a lot of high easements. That's great. So that you don't really need a culvert or a drainage ditch. That water is going to come off and it's going to flow down. So it's high ground. It's high ground. I want to try to get in there at least with the camera because I'm wearing shorts. I'm not too good with rattlesnakes. All right, this is the people next door. I don't want to point a camera at them. This is right across from the lot. Not bad. It's country. Not bad. So, anyway, here's a good entrance point. Let's go right into this lot. I just want to look at, boy, this is high ground, guys. High ground. Beautiful. Beautiful. Scott, it seems to... Maybe I'm a little off on my coordinates, maybe 40, 50 feet. It's got an old shack on here. The ground itself is fine. There's no ravine, there's no dips, and it's high. It's a gentle slope up, and it peaks. Beautiful ground. You have some elevation on this from the road, and an old shack. I believe this old shack is on the property line. That's pretty neat, something you don't see every day. So that would have to be torn down, obviously. There's not much that you can do with it. And I'm more worried about the dogs. So that is absolutely not salvageable, obviously. Been here for years. But I'm more interested in this ground. I like what I see, guys. Nice high ground. Beautiful elevation. Natural drainage. And the entire property is consistent. It's very consistent. Real nice. And this is, as I'm walking to the back of the property, it's going to be about 200 feet. Look at that. Very consistent. The level is just perfect. It's just a nice, just a gentle slope. It is actually the perfect property. I can see this ground cleared. Now, all of this is brush. And this is usually expensive ground to clear with the big trees, but there's a lot of clearing in it. This is all minor. If you don't mind keeping large trees, this is not going to be that bad. This is not going to be that bad whatsoever. That looks like a white oak. Wow, beautiful trees here, guys. Massive pine tree at the front. Yep. You know when you see something good, kind of pops out at you. Just the ground itself is really good. The location is really good. The neighbors aren't bad. They look kind of, you know, poor country, but relatively neat and clean. They don't have trash in front of the yards, and I can show you that. You know, as you get deeper into these type of subdivisions, you're going to find people that really are living on $500 a month, and they can't even afford to take their garbage to the dump. But as I look around, it's so close to the entrance that, and the neighbor at the end that I just went by, relatively neat and clean. And they all have normal cars. There's no problem with the roads. I'm popping out, and where I tentatively think the lot is,
You know, if I buy this lot, if I were to buy this lot, I'm gonna come out there with markers and give an assessment on this property with actual more accurate survey markers. I'm gonna stake them in the ground for you. But wow, you got a transformer on the lot. That'll save you about $600-700. And look, as I look down the street, I can see the entrance road we turned on right there. That's it, guys. Nice big easement, slopes upward, beautiful drainage. Pretty nice. You know, guys, I got to tell you, it's hard to find good properties that you can buy and resell nowadays. And you can see the ratio of crap properties are usually coming from the real estate agents. This isn't coming from a real estate agent. This is part of our lead collection over the years, you know, people that call us back. So notice the difference in the properties that I generate from my business and my videos and the opportunities that I generate versus some of the properties that I looked on via the real estate agents. This is a huge learning experience for you guys. When you go online, you do a Google and you end up at a real estate agent's website, you get crap. You get discarded crap, unrealistic prices. Look at the last 3 properties that I looked at. They're either, if they're good, they're 100,000 plus, and if they're not, they're just pure crap you can't do anything with. Well, this didn't come from a real estate agent. This is from my business. This comes from the last 23 years, and we had a callback, and they said, hey, do you still want to buy the properties? If I pitch somebody, you know the property's good. I look at everything before I pitch people. So when they called me back, I knew this was going to be a neat little opportunity. So this goes to show you, the more you can get away from the real estate agent, word of mouth, that's how you find decent properties. You can spin your tires, and it's not fun. But anyway, I think that this is great, and I may buy this property. I may buy it and resell it. Right now, this property at a ½ acre is going to go. It's hard to throw a price on an election year because right now we have a flat market. Okay, the properties are worth what people are willing to pay for them. If nobody's willing to pay a dime right now, every property today is worthless. If you're buying today to sell tomorrow, you have to say it is worthless. I can't get very many buyers, and my lead generation is slipped to nothing. Thanks, Joe. No, more importantly, thank you, stupid Biden voters. The price of meat just went up yesterday at my grocery store. Really appreciate that. And you killed my real estate market. So, you know, to buy today and sell tomorrow, I'm not even going to throw a price out. I'm going to say 4 months ago, this property, you know, had a consistent sale price of around $25,000. Okay. I want to say, given all things were perfect right now, it's about a $22,000 to $25,000 property. Now, I'm going to try to get it for less because I always try to resell under market value. Just remember this, guys. I can't even annotate a market value right now on anything. If there's a land seller out there that tells you this is definitely the market value, be skeptical, because the reality is there is no market value. We bottomed out. So I would say your market value is going to come into fruition somewhere after November 5th. It's a crapshoot, and that's what it's all about. It can go either up with the gas prices going down, vote for Trump, or it's going to be worthless because people are not going to be able to afford meat. And that's the honest to God truth. So I'm doing this video based on, if all things were perfect, this is a $22,000, $25,000 property. So Paul Katroff with another successful land video. This is a great opportunity. I'm going to see what we can do to capitalize this, come back out, restake the property, and maybe shoot another video for you. So good luck on everything you do. Paul Katroff, stay tuned.